After the draining battle with Cleavor, I decided to take a step back to level my team and catch some new Pokemon. After battling some Scyther, I managed to catch one, and this sparks an idea in me. All around Hisui there are 3 clans: the Galaxy Team, the Diamond Clan, and the Pearl Clan. Some of the subgroups have their appointed noble Pokemon. These are extra powerful Pokemon that rule over the land of Hisui. These include the Lord of the Woods, Cleavor, the Lady of the Ridge, Lilligant, the Lord of the Isles, Arcanine, Lord of the Hollow, Electrode, and the Lord of the Tundra, Avalugg. Leaving room for my starter, I've decided to build a team consisting of these very Pokemon. To up the difficulty a bit, I'm implementing a rule where not only do I need to find these Pokemon, but I need to catch their respective genders as well.
Get that weak shit out of here.
And to keep tabs on the mission, I'm throwing up a checklist in the top right corner of the screen. After standing around long enough to make my Pokemon reminisce on their youth, Cyndaquil evolves, seemingly from how much he aged in the time that I was a soulless husk. I was excited. After giving a wild weasel a concussion, we head back to the village to regroup and grab our next mission from the commander. On the way there, I changed back in my Survey Corps uniform, because no way am I going through the rest of the game dressed like the Red Pill from the Matrix. I dive into the commander's office, where he thanks me for taking out Cleavor. He then tells me that there are other frenzied Pokemon scattered around Hisui and that we'll be in touch. The next morning comes, and we're greeted with one of the more visually appealing characters in the game. She's too hot for a Pokemon game. She honestly looks like she belongs in Hentai Heroes 3.
Hey, yo! What the fuck? They're pushing that narrative! Why'd they do the pan from the legs?
Game Freak, you have a lot of explaining to do. On our way back out, I find a shiny Ponyta, whose cranium I burst open the second it tries to run away. Quilava evolves into Typhlosion, and after seeing his soulless, lifeless eyes, I immediately knew what his name was. While exploring the Crimson Mirelands, I find a Petleel spawn. This is great, and I catch a few, but I added in a rule that I didn't mention earlier, where I need to catch the alpha versions of these Pokemon as well, both for the stat boosts, and I think it's funny that they're obnoxiously big. After a bit of research, I find out that regular Pokemon spawns that aren't preset to be alpha Pokemon, preset examples being Rapidash and Scyther in the Obsidian Fieldlands, have a 2% spawn rate at best. It varies depending on the species. Petleel doesn't go over 1.8%, and that's with the best weather conditions and time of day possible. Now, it's not exactly shiny odds, but it's definitely going to be a pain in my ass, considering that even if I get lucky and find an alpha Petleel, I gotta look the other way if it's a dude. So after about 3 hours of just Petleel hunting, I got curious after not finding any alpha Petleel for hours. And let me just play the clip of me releasing all of the Petleel I got. So I do a little bit of extra research, and I find out that you can't encounter alpha Petleel until after you defeat the frenzied Lilligant. So let's go do that. I head back to the commander's office, where he informs me on the disappearance of the Lilligant's warden. They send me on her trail, and I find her injured in the woods. Yes, it's the same girl from before. She has more lore besides being fuckable, you misogynistic fucks. She had grabbed some Xanax from the professor and was on her way to subdue Lilligant when she tripped and injured herself. I follow the trail and find Lilligant, sparking my second roofie attempt. I'm 1-0, bitch. I'm making sure you forget what happens tonight. Now it's time for my favorite part of any Pokemon game ever, the continuation of my team building. I find it in 20 minutes, snap that bitch, and head straight back to camp. I grabbed the Sunstone out of my storage and evolved it into Lilligant. Now this might have you wondering, why haven't I evolved Scyther yet? I mean, I've had him for almost my entire playthrough so far. Well, to evolve Scyther into Cleavor, I need an item called Black Augurite, which, surprise, surprise, it's damn near impossible to find. You can pretty much only get it by defeating Graveler, who have an 8% chance to drop it. It doesn't seem too bad until you learn the Graveler have very few consistent spawns, and the good ones you really only have access to late game. So when I find it, obviously I'll evolve Scyther. It's really just a matter of time. And this sparks an idea in me. All around Hisui, there are 3 clans. The Galaxy team, God damn it! To up the difficulty a little bit, I've decided to go fuck myself because I can't read goddamn scripts. Implementing a rule where not only do I need to catch and find in that order, and to keep tabs on this mission, I'm throwing up a checklist. God fuck! Quilava evolves into Typhlosion, where I need to catch the alpha versions of these Pokemon. God damn it! Both for the stat boost and because I think it's obnoxiously funny that it's obnoxiously funny. I just want to I just want to keep going. These Pokemon as well, both for the stat boost and I think it's funny that they're obnoxiously big. Almost perfect. Almost perfect. I find her injured in the woods. Yes, it's this. Yes, where she has more lore from. I'm gonna kill myself. It's the same girl from before. She has more lore besides being. She has more lore beside. She has more lore. She has more lore than being. She has more lore than being. Is there, like, something wrong with me? Like, do I have an issue? I know that has an obvious answer, but like, what the fuck? I'm